There are a number of areas of functionality in ROMs that can be used to manage your communications. The functionality revolves around three principal aims. One is to archive communications for either future reference or you might have some legal obligations there. The second aim is either for broadcasting or bulk messaging to your members. And thirdly, creating self-serve repositories of documents and so forth. So keeping track of board documents or perhaps regatta budgets, those sorts of things. In some cases, functionality will serve multiple aims simultaneously. Now, in this video tutorial, we're just going to give you a brief overview of some of this functionality, just to give you a taste of what's in here so you can explore the system further and find parts that are relevant to your own needs. If there's an area or function you want to know more about, go check out the video tutorials, and there should be something in there to give you some guidance. So firstly, let's get logged in. There's a separate video on logging in if you run into trouble. roms.roamaustralia.com.au is the website, and what I'm going to do here though is just flick across to our local testing box so we don't expose any private information. So logging in to this one. Now the first thing that could happen in terms of communications is this. Now this is a network alert. So when a network administrator creates an alert, users within that network or users that have a membership with that network, when they are logged in, they're presented with an alert such as this. So if I click on read there, I can see sample network alert, and I can read what that alert is about. So that's a pretty good way to get a user's attention first up. Now, of course, this style of alert is only displayed on logging in. So if you need to get information out in a more timely manner, check out some of the email options, and we'll have a look at some of those shortly. So let's just going back to the main system dashboard here, and you can see straight away we've got a whole heap of counters and various bits and pieces that all relate to communication. So first up, we've got this 25 new messages here. I've got one new message and 24 new notifications, for example. Heading down, no person requests at the moment, but I mean, in reality, a person ad request is just structured communication between a club and a state. Likewise, support requests and so forth. So if we move to the communications dashboard and we start to drill down and get more information, for example, various messages that are sitting there, my notifications that have been coming through, contact groups, marketing actions, follow-ups and so forth. And we also start to get some more actionable items over here, so send invoices or send a message. Additionally, we can drill down to specific sections. So if I want to see my inbox specifically, I can check out my sent items and so on. If we just head back out for a moment, and we've got notifications, incoming, outgoing mail and so forth. Looking at the communications menu itself, again we've got more detail again here on some of the various options like contact groups and so forth. So what we want to do now is just do a quick tour, just to give you, as I said, that little bit of an overview, and you can go check out some of the separate video tutorials after that of those things that catch your eye. So as I said, communications is about three things. One is bulk distribution to members, the second is the self-serve thing, and the third is the archive. So to give you an example of the archive one, this message inbox, for example, is a good one here. A typical scenario might be you want to send a particular message to a member, and that message should be archived for whatever reason that might be. So it's just a simple case of pick your member, for example, and I can send an internal message, prepare the message here. I can add additional recipients, attachments, mark things as confidential and so forth. And when that's sent, that's emailed to the user as well as archived. So if you're doing it for intra-club messaging, for example, and I'm logged in as a club at the moment, anyone else from the club will be able to, anyone else I should say logged in as a club will be able to see this message, and it'll be archived permanently. So just moving back to my profile now, I can see, for example, incoming and outgoing correspondence. Now that's mail that Mercantile has received here is the current profile, and received from me. I can review that, look at any attachments on it, the body of the message, and so on. So that's archived. It's tracked. Well, that's from Rome, Victoria, actually, in this case, and it happens to be about me. So I can review all correspondence from Rome, Victoria, for example. Have a look at incoming mail, and there it is again. Now I can additionally add correspondence. Now you can put in anything you want here. There's all the various fields about tracking and so forth, the body of an email, numerous attachments, and that can then be presented. For example, if I go back to the main incoming section here, your club will see, or your club admin users will see this this correspondence for. So if I just hit all, for example, so that's from Rowing Victoria to Mercantile, and I can see it there. So that's some archive examples. Looking further ahead to broadcasting, we have quite a few functions there. One we'll just quickly have a look at is contact groups. I'll just delete this one, for example, and we'll recreate that. Actually, we'll recreate this one as well. So say, for example, the state association wishes to, or you want to contact your members regarding Youth Cup, and you have a number of people who would qualify for that. Go back one. I want to build a list of recipients. So I want, for example, people between the age of 10 and 20 for round numbers, and I wish to add them to the Youth Cup recruitment group, and it will build, and we've ended up with 5 recipients in that one. So we have a quick look at it there. They are there. You can export that grid, for example, to Excel, or in terms of bulk communications, if I want to send everyone in that group an email, I use that toolbar on the previous form and end up at this tool here, where I've got send email again, message in here, add attachment, and that's out the door. So that's one quick look at a broadcast function. This toolbar back here is on quite a number of places, so you can send emails, or in other sections there's also the ability to add to contact groups and so forth straight from the list. So for example here, let's see, people, member contact list, and down the bottom again I want to add everyone to, or my whole membership list to a group, contact group. I can, if I wish to email them all, I can. So there's a lot of powerful broadcast functions in there. Some of the other lists would include squads, regatta competitor lists. We've got the contact groups. We've got membership categories, so I can quickly browse to a category. And again, here's this toolbar where I can do various things like mailing labels, messaging, emails, SMSs even. So there's a lot going on there, and you'll see that pop up in quite a few places. The final thing we'll quickly look at is self-serve repositories. Now, the networks, which I mentioned briefly as far as network announcements go, networks are perhaps the best example of self-serve communication. So if I have a look at, say, Mercantile Rowing Club's network here, I'm logged in and have administration rights, so I can email all members, I can add news articles, I can have a look at managing documents, photos, So just looking down here, we've got calendars, full lists of documents, including subfolders if you want, shared links, and so forth. You can hook that up to YouTube or Twitter as well. So if I have a look at settings, oh, sorry, apologies. Let's have a look at admin options. I can create additional subnetworks. A perfect scenario there is you might have your Mercantile Rowing Club, however you might have Mercantile Masters, or you have Mercantile Elite, or you have Mercantile Management Committee and Board. Now all those three are networks of people, and they all have different interests or different roles within the system. So you can create as many networks as you require to split your people up. Now additionally to that is the network visibility settings. You can have a network as private, so the content is not displayed to users without a membership within the network, and you can control the memberships via this access status, so approval required from admin. So once you've got your list of people, like a board or a parent support group, users from outside your network can't access the content, nor can they join the network to get onto that content. Now, as I said, there's going to be there's another video tutorial on networks separately, because there's quite a lot of detail in there. So keep an eye out for that. Well, that's just been a quick tutorial on some of the options with communications. There's plenty in there. It's quite a substantial aim of the system to create communications and ease. I mean, you go to all the trouble of putting all of this data in, email addresses, phone numbers, and so forth. These tools are designed to leverage that and to archive it and to present that data to future generations, as it were, of boards and things like that. So you have new members coming in, they can go and peruse old documents and so forth. So to find more tutorials, or certainly tutorials on specific communications functions, check out youtube.com/decimalware, and I hope you enjoyed this next installment in the ROMS video tutorials.